We're going to take a quick review lesson to remember how to divide decimals, and it's not that difficult. 52.46 divided by 4 is the same as this. And what you do is before you jump into the division, you just make sure that your outside number here in your division has no decimals past your non-zero numbers. So here's where my invisible decimal is, so we're good. And we can jump straight in and divide this as if it was a regular division process. But remember, if this decimal is right here, we want to go ahead and pop that right up here before we get into it too deep and forget to move that decimal up for the answer. So sit back and watch, and this is how we do it. And there you have it. The answer would be 13.115. Let's take a look at the second example. So we'll scroll up just a little bit and remove the shade. 18.9 divided by 0.09 would be the same as this. Now, the issue that we're going to be running into is the fact that that decimal is right in front of that 9, and we need to pull it back behind it. So it's going to be moved over 2 spots to get it over here, but anything you do to the outside number, you're going to have to do to the inside number, which means we're going to have to add a 0 there, and the decimal would be after this. And usually you can do this on your paper just like that, but if you're kind of sloppy, you might want to just rewrite the whole problem and make it a lot neater like this. And then you can just go through the steps and solve. So here we go. And so the answer of 18.9 divided by 0.09 is 210. Last example that I want to go over is 45.241 divided by 2.3. So let's go ahead and set this up to do it manually. Again, we have an issue where our decimal is not in the right spot, so we're going to have to move that over 1 spot, which means we're going to have to move this decimal over 1 spot. So let's go ahead and just set up the problem the correct way now. And now we're ready to just go through and solve, just like the other problems. And so the answer would be 19.67. So when you're dividing decimals, please just make sure that your outside number, the decimal is pushed all the way back to the end. If you have to move it, move the same number of spaces on the inside number and in the same direction. So here we moved 1 to the right, so on the inside number we'd move this decimal 1 to the right. Out here on this one we had to move it 2 to the right, so we did the same right here. If you have to add on zeros, go ahead and do that as well.